What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Mikey. Um, Forgive me if you can see the cute little fur ball behind me. Um, he's normally not in here when I film, but today he was persistent. So, today is going to be a different type of video than usual. I guess you could say it's another type of discussion video. It's kind of just a get to know me video. I mean, I've been making videos on here for about 6 months now, and you guys hardly know anything about me unless you do actually know me in real life. Um, Forgive me if I'm looking over here. I have a book, and I wrote some stuff down just so I could keep myself on task. So let's get into this. I'm gonna start by saying I'm 17. um, I am nearing the end of high school, and I'm going to be going to college fairly soon. And I'm probably actually going to be getting my associates in early childhood development and education, and just going to be a nanny. Is it my dream job? No, but it is something I could see myself doing. Um, I mean, that's kind of just been my plan for the last year or so, is to get a degree in something I don't mind doing, and then if I want to go back to school, I can. I'll work to save up money and go back to school. Um, I used to hate kids. I used to. Back when I was around 8, I hated kids. Didn't want anything to do with them. Was never going to get married. Was never going to have kids of my own. And, well, that changed for me. I've been a tutor for the past about 4 years, um, helping first through third graders with their spelling. Um, and I love working with those kids. I haven't been able to much this year. There's been a lot of stuff going on. But having been able to work with those kids, it's been absolutely incredible. Um, I live with 6 cats. Turbo here is one of them. He is the one who I typically spend the most time with, purely because he likes coming in my room and he's very persistent about it. Um, he's really kind of like my child. I talk to him like he is a human being. And I treat him like he's one of my friends, because he kind of is. What does that say about me? Um, I'm a very comedic sort of person. Like, everything I do has a hint of comedy to it. Whether it be like my facial expressions or my body language when I'm singing, I try to make everything a bit more of a comedy show, seeing how bad the world is right now. Um, I like seeing people laugh, and I like making them smile because it's like it gives me a sense of satisfaction. Like, yeah, I got you to do that. Um, I hate spiders. Spiders can burn for all I care. Like, they can all burn. I don't like them. If one gets within like 3 feet of me, I will throw the biggest screaming fit about it because I just hate them so much. Um, like, they just, oh god. In my free time, I read. I read a lot. A friend of mine can actually attest to how many books I have, and I've actually gotten rid of a couple different boxes of books. So we're getting better. But I read a lot. Um, I do art. I am a self-taught artist. I really started like out with drawing and sketching. I would copy like manga styles, especially Inuyasha. And it just kind of evolved into, I guess I could say, like, surrealism. Let's see if I have a sketchbook around here. So it kind of just evolved in like surrealism and kind of portraits. I draw a lot of portraits, especially women's faces. They are much easier to draw. They're not as hard and angular and don't require as much shading as a man's face does. Um, I also paint. I do a lot of watercolors, and I'm right now working on like my technique in watercolors. I've painted a door at the request of my teacher. So I painted her door last year. I painted a jacket for the Five Sauce concert I went to. Um, so I am self-taught. um, I am I do music. For me is a form of art, so I obviously do that. Um, I am also like dipping my toes into photography and the world of modeling and fashion. I don't necessarily draw out like ideas for outfits and such. I typically like use what I have in my closet and I'm like, okay, if I take this piece, what other piece does it go with it? So I kind of have a closet separate from the rest of my clothes, which is just for like the more costumey type pieces to use and such because they are more like statement pieces. I'm often on Amazon or Dolls Kill just looking for like other pieces of clothing to wear, so or to get inspiration. Like, okay, if I paired this, what do I already have that I could use? So I'm all about like making statements with my clothing. Um, um, like I said, I do a little bit of modeling. I do a bit of photography. Um, I would say I'm an amateur. um, I post it on Instagram. You can check it out at mikey.ash. It is just really about me telling a story. Like each post is like a separate different story. Um, and it is really kind of just, you know, what else can I do? And I typically like for captions will probably use a song lyric. Like I've just found something to just encapsulate this song and I love it. Um, so check it out if you want. Um, um, I draw my inspiration from a lot of stuff. Like I should also mention that I write poetry. um, I will take whatever is going on in society. I wrote a short little poem last year about the burning of Notre Dame. I talk about like I use my own experiences. I first started writing poetry when I was going through a breakup, a pretty bad breakup with my first boyfriend. Um, um, so that was kind of like an outlet for me. I use like taboo subjects in society, like mental health, for instance. People do not talk about it. Like, you don't often hear a conversation about mental health, like when you're at a restaurant or when you're shopping at Target or whatever. So I use that. um, Speaking of boyfriends, I'm bisexual. I'm half gay, and it is a wonderful world. Sometimes, sometimes it is really hard to like both genders, like really hard. Like it's frustrating. um, I have not been. I have not been in a relationship for about a year now. I have been working on my own mental health and such, and just trying to be at a good place with myself before I am willing to put myself out there again. Um, I look up to a lot of people. I look up to my English teachers, especially because they have always just kind of pushed me. Um, I actually have two English teachers this year because I am taking an advanced English class at school. So I'm going to hopefully get college credit when I take the test in May, if we're back at school, which I'm hoping we are because I don't like being home. Um, I really look up to my English teachers. I've always really kind of connected with them. Um, I look up to my mom, which is a really cliche answer, but I do. She's a very strong, take no crap woman, um, and she is just incredible. And the same goes for my best friend. She is very much the same. So I look up to her. Um, I look up to like different musical artists, mostly just because like they've really helped me over the years when I've gone through some tough times. Especially like Harry Styles. His music is just so soulful, and it's just like, and especially with his new album, which is so very happy. And I love it, and it's just like I could dance to this, and I'm forgetting all my worries. In 5 Seconds of Summer, duh, that was kind of obvious, um, because they've worked from almost literally the ground up, to get where they are, and it's just like if they can do it, so can I. My dream job is to be a singer. I would love to do that. because it's kind of just like putting everything I love to do into one wrapped present with a big shiny bow. And it's actually kind of like why I created this channel, you know, is to like put myself out there, you know, and you know, just do something I love to do. And yes, I'm not necessarily creating my own stuff yet, hopefully, but you know, it's a lot of fun for me. Even though I have missed some uploads, but you know, I'm sorry about that. I mean, so many artists have helped me, like I said, and I want to be able to do the same for them. Well, not them specifically, but for other people. I want to be able to do that for other people. I want to create something that people can listen to and just say, she gets it. She understands what I'm going through. You know, I want to be somewhat of a friend for people. You know, they don't necessarily have to know me, and I don't necessarily have to know them, but they can look and hear what I'm doing and just feel not so lonely. Because there is a difference between alone and lonely. Okay? Let's establish that. There is a difference. So I want to kind of bring people out of their isolation, you know? And maybe it is a mental isolation, but still to be able to bring someone out of it would be just a dream come true for me. I mean, I want to establish the fact right here, right now, that fame is the last thing on my mind. It really is. I am an introvert. Like, I hate being the center of attention. I really do. Which is kind of funny because I'm sitting here on camera. But I hate it. And I just really want to give back. I want to kind of show people that, hey, she did this and I can do it too. You know, I want people to feel like they don't have to make do with what they have. So, but I guess that's it. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want. I always like to respond to those. Subscribe, please. Please, I'm begging. No, I'm not. And I will see you all next week. Goodbye, guys.